Hello, and welcome back to the Magical Year Experiment. And today I'm just going to share a little tidbit. I felt a little nudge to go to, where did I go to? Tractor Supply. My brain's like, so I felt a little nudge to go to Tractor Supply. And it was so interesting when I walked in. I love it when it's like Mercury retrograde and I get little nudges to go to different places and what appears. So I went into Tractor Supply and I was like going right for what I needed. I was getting ant stuff because the ants have consumed and taken over our yard. And I'm like, okay, it's time to take back the yard. So walked in, was going right for where the stuff is for what I needed. And I'm like seeing clothes and I'm like, wait a second. And I like, there's like a self-checkout and I'm looking around and I was like, it's completely different. And the whole store had changed. And I was like, wow, it looks really nice. And the way they have it set up is really good. So I was like, wow, you guys have changed. And they're like, yes, we have, like with excitement, like, yes, we have. And yeah, and they just walked me right to what I needed and got in, got out. It was like there was like nobody waiting. I was just like in and out, boom, done on my way home. And so yeah, and it just made me like realize, like not really realize, but like it was like showing me that it's time to change. In all the ways everybody is being asked to change. Like probably in everywhere we go, there is some change that is happening. And over the weekend, I was in these different places within myself and where I'm changing and I'm shifting and changing and where I wanted to go back into the old things, where I wanted to go back to the old parts of myself, like my old ways of eating, like my old ways of doing things. And I was like, wait a second, like what's going to support the body? Like what's going to support me? Like what's going to be most supportive at this time? And we're in the middle of eclipse season and this one that just happened last week was trining Uranus, and Uranus seeks change. Like that's what Uranus is about, is change. And no matter what we're doing or how we're doing it, it wants change. So I've had lots of change, like lots of different things coming up where I am being shown how things need to shift and change. And my system's kind of in some way like in like a little bit of a shock because I'm like, wait a second, it's a lot of change. And I was talking to my dad last week and he was talking about just like all the changes. And he goes, it's a lot of changes. Like it's a lot at once. And it kind of feels that way. It kind of feels like the whole like your whole system, your whole everything can just be like getting turned upside down in some way. And will we go back or will we go forward? Because I know where I was last year and the choice that I made. And I know that if I chose that choice again, the lessons would be harder the next time around. Like the lessons wouldn't be so easy. Like they were kind of gentle this time where I was like, where I can see what was happening. And this time, if I chose that direction, the lessons would be like not so gentle. Like they would be more in my face, like mm, probably more tower like, where it's like you're not changing and you're getting out of alignment within yourself. And the further out of alignment you go, the harder it is on our bodies, the more we feel it in our bodies to where we can't. And then all of a sudden, when we're so far out of alignment, things have to happen. And I've had those things happen. And I know I'm coming into next year, a change year. And I'm like, yes, I know what things have happened in the past in my change years. And I'm going to invite in a new kind of change. So if I can keep following and getting those little nuggets of guidance and inspiration and keep following that, how magical can my changes be? Like, how magical can all the shifts and changes be? And can I just like sit in some of it, allowing myself a lot of space and grace as things are shifting and changing within myself and externally, internally and externally, and then allowing others to have that same space and grace. So sending everybody lots of love and compassion, and as we're navigating and shifting through these changing times, and I think it's pretty much hitting like everybody or in some way, because everything around us, the world is changing as we know it, as we know. And sometimes we just have to like really allow ourselves just to be with it and sit in it and revel in it and just allow it to kind of just untangle and unfold and just and trust. A lot of it's a big trust. Like I just keep feeling trust. Like take a leap of faith and trust. Like we're walking into an unknown path that we don't know. If we go backwards, we're repeating a pattern, a cycle. The way forward is unknown. So trust and allow yourself to the space and grace to navigate the unknown. Take baby steps forward and sit, like give yourself some space when you need it. And then get in that space where we can take another step forward. It's like this little, it feels like it's kind of like a waiting, like a resting, and then we feel it and then we go forward. It's like a waiting and a resting, and we get it and then we take another like little step forward. And we just keep getting guided to go forward in a new way. So with that, I hope you have a magical day. And if you have any magical moments you want to share, please share them below in the comments.